I just tested the CM. It is all damage reduction. That is pretty fucked up, actually. The CM Frostbite should only work for auto attacks, I think. Not for spells, too. I think that's pretty fucked up. I think it's really dumb if it's all damage reduction. Create hero lion enemy. So I just had to delete the VOD pretty fast. Anyway. Okay, can't level him like that. Let's do it like that. Yikes. And it makes it lower cooldown too. Holy shit. That is really fucking strong. That is honestly really fucking strong. We're at Darkseer. Iron Shell radius increased. Level 15 talent change. So he has better talent. I don't know if this is a better talent, but this is now in the Ags, right? So that's pretty cool. Level 20 talent change from 8 armor to this. The slow is pretty strong. That's big. Iron Shell. I mean, this is in the Ags now, I think. So this is better. I think this is better. I don't know if this is better, but I mean, you get armor earlier. Wait, what's the other 20 talent on Darkseer? Scepter rework. Because Iron Shield to have 2 charges, increases the duration and provides health. This one is pretty fucking good too, to be honest. Like, this one is pretty fucking big. And then you have normal punch. Blah blah blah. Passive cooldown attack causes your next attack on a hero to knock an illusion out of them and stun them for up to 2 seconds. Knockback for 350 distance and deal 250 damage based on how far you've moved in the past 3 seconds. So the longer. So now it depends on how far I've moved before hitting him, right? Are you serious? What if you haven't moved much? That's actually pretty cool. What the hell? What if you don't move at all? Does it count? Does blinking count as moving? No, right? Oh my god, it counts. Blink punch. I don't know, seems pretty strong. Holy fuck. This is really cool, actually. Dark Willow. Wow, what the fuck? This hero got a lot on buffs. More cast range, less cast range. Oh, he lost cast range talent. He gets Shadow Realm earlier if he wants to, which I think is not that good. Curse Crown now creates 4 brambles around the target after the counter ends. That's pretty strong. Or I think it's strong. It looks strong. They're like right around you. So that's pretty strong, I think. Dazzle, boring. Launches an attack, blah blah. Death Profit, more base movement speed. It no longer drains movement speed, but this has less cooldown early on. You have more base movement speed. Ghosts have more movement speed. Your turn rate is increased. Minus 20 seconds Spirit Siphon replenish. Oh, they took away. They took away the Exorcism Grants Haste talent. Uh-oh. All the rest is buffs. It's like 5 buffs. And this shard upgrade is so dumb. Spirit Siphons now drains 7.75 armor. It's not just that you gain the armor, you drain it from them, which means they're taking more damage. Plus 20 move speed, that it's really big. But you need to remember that you're not gaining it anymore from this. Wait, Spirit Siphon no longer drains. Does it mean it doesn't slow or it just doesn't give it to you? So it doesn't slow anymore. Exorcism Haste doesn't matter. She has a small speed buff during Exo now. I guess that's kind of true. Yeah, actually it doesn't matter. I don't think people were taking haste. Oh, people were taking haste. Yeah, they were. Like for sure, man. Definitely. That was one of the best 25 talents in the game. But this is a huge buff for this hero. Like fucking incredible big buff. Disruptor has this shard where you can cast it on allies. It follows the ally and deals damage around them. Each of the strikes, the 4 strikes, it gives them a 1-second buff that gives them 50% move speed and 75 attack speed. And increases radius. That's really big. Wait, does every ally get the buff? No, right? It's only the one guy. Okay, Doom causes Doom to apply break, blah blah blah. Inferno Blade stun duration, it's the level death thingy, doesn't matter. DP ulti does physical damage, yes, exactly. Dragon Knight, blah 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 blah. Dragon Knight buff, Dragon Knight buff, Dragon Knight buff, Dragon Knight buff. Grants Elder Dragon form the Fireball ability. So he turns into a fucking ancient dragon. It's kinda cool, I guess. Not sure if necessary, but it's kinda cool. Drow Ranger base damage reduced by 2, Frost Arrow less slow, marksmanship less. Wow, big nerfs actually. Wow, what the hell? Is that the biggest nerf in the whole patch to Drow? Holy shit. And then her upgrade is some frost arrows apply. How do you even pronounce this word? Hypothermia stacks to enemy heroes, reducing their regen by 10% per stack. Last 7 seconds. If an enemy hero dies with hypothermia stacks, they burst and deal 60 magic damage per stack and 25% slow to enemies. I mean, that sounds pretty strong, but then again, a guy needs to like die and shit in order for this to like do anything. So I don't know if that's good. Like, I feel like Drow got nerfed way too fucking hard on this one. Earth Spirit. Earth Remnant duration reduced from 2 to 1 minute. Stone Remnant causes Earth Remnants to provide 400 ground vision. Increases charge count. Oh my, I didn't see this yesterday. It increases the charge count by 4. Oh my god. Yo, that is actually sick. What the fuck? Yo, that is so big. Yo, that is fucked up. That is actually fucked up. Didn't know it increases it by... I thought it just gave vision, but you have 4 more stones too. Oh my god. Earthshaker reduces fissure cooldown by 2 seconds and allows you to walk on it. Whenever you cast a spell, an aftershock effect is replicated throughout the fissure path. That is pretty sick. Actually pretty fucked up too, I feel like. The ET one is kinda cool. You can teleport to your spirit. I have no idea, Ali. I didn't really look into that. Ember has more int gain, but it costs more mana to use it. Fire remnants deal damage per second in AoE. Dying or killing a hero leaves a fire remnant nearby. Okay, weird. Enchant cooldown rescaled, so it's higher. So you can't like have a creep and fuck a guy up level 1. That's pretty good. Sproink now launches an impetus attack on the 3/3 enemy units within your attack range plus 200. Whoa. Okay. Adds 3 permanent nature's attendants that follow you around. That sounds pretty strong, dude. That actually sounds really strong. Enigma. Demonic conversion attack. So your eidolons hit faster. They last longer. Malefice has less cooldown. You have stun talent level 10. What the fuck? Why are they buffing this hero? Hello? Black Hole now does a non-interrupting pull towards its center in a 1200 AoE. Pulls at a rate of 175 units. Yo, this is weird as fuck. I don't know why they're doing this to Enigma. Okay. Faceless Void. Base agi reduce. Time lock reduce. Time walk reduce. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, you can like double cast Time Walk. It's just kind of weird. Inkswell, I don't know, base attack range increase, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. It's the new... The Axe is better. Refresh is cool if the target it was cast on dies. Oh, that is actually cool. So if you cast it on someone and they die, you regain it too. Grimstroke was kind of boring. Gyrocopter, buff, base damage, rescale, so you have less low damage. Base agi increased by 7, base damage unchanged, so you have 7 more attack speed, 1 more base armor on gyro. That's pretty cool, and less backswing on your attack. Rocket Barrage now hits an extra target, increases duration by 1. Oh, that's actually pretty strong. I mean, is it always that good? I mean, if there's summons and shit, or if it's like big fighting all the time, it can be pretty good. It's also 1 second longer. It's not bad. I'm not interested in Husker at all, but he has been buffed. Life break, life break, scepter, cause in a fight to reduce healing. There's a lot of things that reduce healing nowadays, actually. Like nearly every second spell like reduces healing. Invoker. Okay, we have Invoker now, spawns 2 units when both class vexes. Oh, it's the old one. Armor reduction is higher, Cataclysm higher, better talent. 40 DPS Ice Wall. That's not bad. Good nerf to Alacrity, good nerf to that. Causes Ice Wall to become a 900 range vector target ability. That's pretty cool. I actually think that's really cool. Ice Wall is a pretty broken fucking spell. It's a pretty fucking broken spell. So this shard is pretty sick. And Io no longer has instant turning. Ugh, dude, Io gets changed like every patch. Every mediocre size patch, it gets reworked. It's the same with drums. It's the same with that. Like, etc., 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 etc. You know? Like, yikes. It's always the same. Tornado is buffed, not nerfed. Oh. Yikes. So you can use Ice Ball is normal until you buy the shard. Only the shard will turn it into Vector. No longer has cast, attack point, blah, base damage, blah, tether slow, movement bonus, heal transfer. Spirits now has in and out, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. It kind of sounds like this hero is stronger. Overcharge Grand Spell Amp. Amazing. Exactly what this hero needed. This hero this hero needed more damage, more slow, more tether, more this, more that, more damage, more this, more that, more spell amp. Yeah, yeah. Ending tether now stuns enemies touching it and deals damage. Increases movement speed by 5. Amazing. Keep it up, Ice Rock. Liquid Frost. Ice Path cooldown. Ooh, that's pretty good talent. Grants Liquid Frost auto cast attack ability causes your Ice Head to release a frost-based attack, slowing enemies by 30% and dealing 20 plus 2.5% max health as damage per second for 4 seconds. You have a 12-second cooldown ability that slows by 30% plus 20. This auto attack deals 80 damage plus 10% max health and slows. What in the feck? Juggernaut, Blade Fury radius increase from 250 to 260. You can Omni Ancients, no more Blade Fury movement speed talent, but lower healing word cooldown. Okay. It works on towers? Oh god. Blade increases your movement speed during Blade Fury by 100 and attacks a random nearby enemy once per set. Dude, this is really strong. This is a Han change. You used to be able to do this in Han. You were able to click heroes in Blade Fury. You wouldn't deal full damage, but you would deal some. Keeper. So this is pretty cool for Jug, I feel like. You can actually hit people. What is the cooldown on healing ward? Like 50? 55? It has 60 cooldown at last 25. It's a 40-second cool. Dude, that is dude. Healing ward is a sick spell. Healing ward is a really, really, really sick spell. I need to speed it up a bit. I'm gonna skip Kado, guys. You need to read this yourself. All I know is that he's, I think, back to old Kado. Kunkka. More int gain, ghost ship, move speed increase, base health increase. Cast range? Huh, you can catch more. Okay. That's kinda interesting. Grants tidal wave. Releases a wave towards the target direction that deals 2 to 5 damage and drags non-interrupting enemies along it for 600 range. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Legion Commander, talent buff, talent nerf, and then some weird shard. I mean, the shard can be if you play against like a lot of summons and Meepo or whatever. It's not that bad. Like if you think about it, every 1.5 seconds you spawn overwhelming odds. That's not center on the same target twice. But also, if you're dueling a hero, you cannot hit the same hero twice. It will only proc once. It is pretty cool. I don't know how good it is, but it's kind of cool. Can you please try out the new neutral edging item on melee heroes? Let's see how much plus 80 melee ranges. Sure. Lashrak has a new scepter, which basically grants an ability Nihilism. Nihilism? I don't know how to pronounce this word. Grants you a temporary aura that causes you and all nearby enemies in 450 AoE to turn ethereal. Preventing them from attacking causes them to take 30% more magic damage and be slowed by 30% for 4 seconds. Increases your speed rather than reducing it. So you make them gold sceptered, which means you just shit on them. You turn yourself and them gold sceptered, which means you shit on them. Oh, it's your scepter, not your shard. Your shard is that you repeat your stun twice. That is like kind of fucked up actually. The scepter sounds really strong. Lich grants Ice Spire, creates an icicle at the target spot for 15 seconds, slowing enemies by 20% within 500 range. Chain Frost can bounce to the icicle if there are no other enemies in range. Can cast Frost Shield on it, has 300 health. Or you can kill it. Oh my god, you can, yeah. Says that 1 week later will be second patch Revolve will change its map and economics. Yeah, maybe. Loved your centaur last night? I hope so, man. I had a lot of fun playing last night. Oh, that is fucking weird. Oh, I have a hero that can only ulti one target, but let me just create a second target. Were you standing yesterday for Saksa? Yeah. Oh, why did you? Because he was flying home. I'm not gonna read Lysilia, guys, sorry, it's too much. Some stuff happening to Lina, less base armor, less base damage, less attack no, more attack speed. Light Strike Array increase, Laguna Blade mana decreased, Light Strike Array, Any plans for a team, sir? We'll have to see. Increases Laguna Blade cast range by 150. Laguna Blade can now also be ground target and will always travel its full cast and can hit all enemies. Wow, it hits everyone in the range, okay. Lion. More cast range on Earth Spike. Hex has less movement speed. Agi increased. Mana drain multi-target and also for units within your cast range plus 300 rather than a 400. Oh, that's cool. Mana drain grants true sight and reduces their attack speed by 90. Huh. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Blah 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 blah. Savage Roar now empowers allied units in a 700 AoE with 20% movement and 60 attack speed. Ooh, that sounds strong. This is not the first time I look at it. Kind of, but not really. I don't want to read Luna, Lycan, causes one of your you get the fucking thing again, so bad. Magnus, Empower Duration, that's a necessary nerf. Need to read the other stuff yourself. You like toss them behind you, which is like kind of gimmicky. Oh, it's an AoE. Uh-huh. God's Rebuke mana cost increased, Arena mana cost decreased, damage decreased. This soldier thing it sounds really strong when I read it yesterday. It's kind of like Monkey King, from how I understand it, which is really strong. Dumbass. This ag sounds really strong. You know, like really, really strong. Spear cooldown, na 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 na. Oh, it attacks towers? Now this sounds really strong, but I really like the old ags. Spear of Mars impales up to 2 units and leaves a fire trail behind it, which lasts for 10 seconds. Deals 35 DPS and slows by 20. Dude, this is really strong. Like, you're just gonna deal more damage in your arena and you can stun 2 heroes. That is so strong. That sounds really fucking strong. Medusa, boring. Also, I hate it. I read this yesterday. So whenever you use a spell on Medusa, you cast a snake on yourself. So you just get damage and you lose mana. Actually, I don't know if you lose mana, but Medusa just gains a lot. Meepo, we're not gonna read. It's kind of boring. Set the rework. Cause a Sacred Arrow to release a Starfall on enemies within 500 AoE along the travel path, only active on the primary arrow. Drops a second Starfall that deals 50% less damage on the impacted unit. That's kind of weird. So do you drop Starfall on all the units? Or what's the deal? Like, let's say it runs through a neutral creep. Medusa Ag Shard works with Medusa Agonus and stuns you. Well, that's cool. So, like, how does... Oh, it's this one. So it should give me a Starfall on this guy and on the other guy. No? Huh? Cause the Sacred Arrow to release a Starfall on enemies within 500 AoE along the travel path, only active on the primary arrow. Yeah, you are within 500 AoE of my travel path, mate. Oh, I don't have... You need to have it skilled. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm Pepega. So are you telling me that every single hero it travels through gets hit by Starfall? And then the guy it hits gets doubled? Huh. Dude, that sounds pretty strong. Hmm. So what if I just hit this guy? Hmm. That sounds pretty strong, actually. That actually sounds pretty fucking good. Char gives you 1 leap, and if you attack during the leap buff, you have crit strike 1 point. This is pretty cool because I think Potom is kind of a wacky fucking hero. Like, really wacky. I wanna play soon, by the way. How do you follow the arrow with the camera? I don't know, I click with my mouse and move. Monkey King, base armor increased by 1. So buff, another base armor buff. Buff, 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 buff. Shard lowers 3 dance cooldown from 1 to 0.3 and cast point from 0.3 to 0.1. Yeah, amazing. This hero definitely needs it. Very cool. Keep it up. Ice Frog, what are you smoking, dude? Why? This hero has like more base armor than, like, I don't know. 6 base armor. 5.7. You need to read the items, man. Of course I will. That is fucked up. Morphling, fuck off. Naga Siren, boring. Nature's Prophet. I think Nature's Prophet, guys, broken. Rescaled, better later. Rescaled, always worse. Attack time improved. Oh, it's on Treant. Sprout backswing, cool. Damage increase per bounce, bad. Lowers cooldown, entangles enemy units, duration scales, pretty big. Blah 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 blah. Okay, Sprout upgrade, guys. This shit is not okay. This shit is not fucking okay. It is not fucking okay. It is not fucking okay. I will show you. Congratulations on yesterday's game. You rocked. Thank you, dude. This is not fucking okay. I will show you. I will fucking show you. So, the shard on Nature's Prophet. Let's read it. Causes the first 2 trees destroyed with Sprout to summon greater treants. Can only have 2 greater treants alive at a time. Oh, you can only have 2 at a time, so you can't stack them. Okay, it's still pretty fucking strong. So if I am playing against a Sven, if I play against Arteezy and I Sprout him, and he wants to leave my Sprout, well, joke's on you, you can't leave. There's a 100 HP fucking treant hitting you with 600 HP. And even if you don't kill them, I mean, you can do this. Look at these fucking treants. They have 110 damage. How can people leave Sprout? You need, like, phase boots. You need Quelling Blade. You need Quelling Blade and phase boots to leave Sprout. And even if you don't do that, I now have treants pushing with 110 damage. Look at this. You need, like, 4 staff, or phase boots Quelling Blade, or 3 tangos. No, this is fucking insane. No, Nature's Prophet for sure has got to be broken. Like, this has to get nerfed. Nate, like, I saw this yesterday. You spawn, like, a heal that detonates. You just need 4 stuff. Yeah, but it's really strong. It's still really strong. During nighttime, you can cast Hunt in the night, consumes a lesser creature, instantly killing it and restoring 25% of your maximum HP and mana. That's kind of cool. You can, like, eat a creep or whatever. Nyx Assassin, boring, Vendetta, cause you Vendetta to attack you. Whoa, 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 whoa. 40% more movement speed and you unlock max speed. Okay, that's strong. Ogre, I don't care about you. Omni, I don't care about you. Oracle, I don't care about you. OD, I'm not reading you. I don't know why Pangolier got buffed. I just know he got buffed on like 10 million gillions. Blur Fate time for non-scepter. Ah, yeah, buff. Buff, nerf, 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 nerf. Grant's Fan of Nice. Releases sharp blades around you in a 558, dealing 12% of enemies max health on impact and applies break. Incredible. Incredible. PL, blah 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 blah, more base in, more mana cost, less mana cost, blah blah blah. If the dash is cancelled, proc distance, yada yada, this, this. Juxtapose can now be cast, destroying your other juxtapose illusion and quickly creating the max illusion it allows. Whoa. Haha. That is cool. Spirit Lance bounces once towards an enemy up to 900 units away, prioritizing heroes. Increases Spirit Lance illusion damage. Oh, that's pretty cool. Combined with the Spirit Lance talent is kind of cool, but you need to remember that the level 15 talent on PL is HP. Which is pretty fucking strong. Like, pretty fucking strong. Supernova cooldown increased from 110 to 120. This is good. Mana cost rescale. This is fine. Sunray mana cost. This is fine. This is fine. Fire Spirits become passive ability. Oh my god, wait, you can never use it. It just becomes passive forever. I thought you gain them. I thought you get these charges every 7 seconds, but you can also use it. So if you have 0 charges because you're running around throwing a fire spirit all the time, I thought that you can just use the ability and then have 4 of them. That seems fucking trash. That is fucking trash. That is so bad. Puck, 1 buff, 2 buffs, 3 buffs, 4 buffs, 5, 6, 7. 7 buffs. And then Waning Rift now deals 70 bonus damage and knocks enemies back 250 damage over. If you're really good at placing coil, I think you can just knock people out now. You coil and do this, and then you knock them out. I love that Pudge got buffed. I really love that Pudge got buffed. That was fucking big. Base damage, base armor, flashy magic resistance increased by 4% on all levels. Blah 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 blah. Increases rod radius, damage by 80. I don't know if this one is that good, but it's kind of cool. You can eat your allies. You get a double Zuck with Pugna. I've seen that. It sounds pretty strong. Queen of Cain slightly buffed, other than the 25 talent which was removed, which is sad. Very sad, because something is really good. Releases a sonic boom when you blink at both your starting and ending location. It deals 150 damage in a 300 AoE, and it silences, so I don't know. Razor, boring. Ricky, boring. Rubik, weird. That kid can now channel Epi, which is kind of cool. Na 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 na. Skibidi beep beep beep. How's that bad? You got 3 spirits. It doesn't. I'm pretty sure it's not that good. Maybe it sounds good, bro, but it's just not that good. SD, blah blah blah, allows demonic creature to cast an allies, continuously dispelling them and healing them at the end. That sounds pretty dope, actually. Shadow Fiend has less mana cost on raises, better talent, and Necromastery now provides spell amp per soul. That's 15% spell amp. Rasta, better. Nope. Isn't the Omni Shard insane? Oh, he's still to come. No, what the fuck? Where's Omni? He's not still to come. Grant's Hammer of Purity. Auto attack ability causes your next attack to deal bonus pure damage equal to 25 plus 150% of your base damage you were healed. Oh, that sounds really strong. Yeah, that sounds actually really strong. Then again, right click Omni is like kind of monka. Yeah, KheZu alphabet. I'm actually not wearing my glasses. I haven't had my coffee. I haven't had breakfast. GG. Silencer. Causes glaives to bounce. That's actually pretty big because it's a 600 bounce range. It gives you more intelligence and all that shit. That's really strong. Skyref, Ancient Steel debuffs now causes other debuffs applied to the last first. Wow. Okay, that's really strong. Slardar slightly nerfed, but Bash is the same. Causes corrosive haste to be applied for 5 seconds to units hit with Crush. That is really strong too. Slark, I don't care about you. Snapfire, nerf, buff, nerf buff, buff nerf. Units in point blank range get stunned. Yep, that's weird. Shrapnel buff, strength gain buff, agi gain reduce, but base agi increase. Okay. Concussive grenade. I didn't read this yesterday. Grants concussive grenade knocks enemies back 425 units, slowing them by 50% and disarming them. Okay, that sounds really strong. So that when people jump you, you grenade them. Fuck you, Spectre. Can activate Dispersion to spawn a Haunt illusion to attack the most recent hero that damaged you in the last 5 seconds. That sounds fucking weird. Can you go to the illusion? Yes, you can. Okay, that is... What if you get Zeus ulted? Does it have a range? The most recent hero that damaged you. Like, what if Zeus ultis you and you do this? Boom, hello Zeus. Nether Strike, buff. No. Nerf, buff, nerf, buff. Causes Thunder Strike to have a cast delay rather than a cast time. Deal turn extra damage, apply break. Oh my. Why does everyone apply break and everyone gets spell immune? Storm buff. Talent change from because your attacks to bounce up to 2 times. Random enemies can bounce back if they're only 2. Oh. Grants Electric Rave. Gives you an allied hero within 750 AoE 3 overload charges. It's like the old AA spell where everyone gained the chilling touch, maybe. Or what was it? No 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 no. God strength reduced, no longer applies attack, blah 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 blah. Oh, we were getting towards the end soon. TA, I don't care. TB, reflection, duration, ink. Really? They buffed that spell early on? Terror Wave ability is now gained when equipping Scepter rather than after Metamor. Oh, okay, that's cool. Fear duration reduced. Fear now sends units away from you rather than towards the fountain. Aha, so you can actually, you could send them into your team. Fear now sends you, Scepter ability now grants you Metamorphosis for 10. Oh. Oh, it makes you have 10 seconds more of meta. Oh, that's really strong. That's really fucking strong. Grants Demon's Zeal. Costs 25% of your current HP to cast, providing with 25 movement speed and plus 50 attack speed for 6 seconds. It gives 50% more bonus while in melee. I don't know if that's that good. I guess it's fine. 50 move speed, 50 attack speed, 25 move speed. Tidehunter, better Kraken Shell, better talent, better talent, better talent. You would rather have it this way around. Increases Anchor Smash damage by 90 and causes it to affect buildings, and reduces cooldown by 1. This sounds very broken. This sounds very broken, by the way. The Deso Tidehunter is just gonna smash that tower. I already see it. I already see it. That spell should not work on towers. No matter what. No matter fucking what. There's no way that that should work. I refuse to believe it. Level 50 Tidehunter with barely any items, okay? Oh, it's actually worse than I thought. I mean, it's a 3-second cooldown. No, it's pretty strong. Yeah, it's pretty strong. And it gives -1 cooldown. Yeah, it's pretty strong. That is pretty fucking strong. And you make them deal less damage. So actually, Tidehunter just tanks towers now and kills them. Yeah, that is pretty strong. That's pretty fucked up. Timber Saw, skibidi buff, 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 buff. Flamethrower. Grants flamethrower releases a flame in the direction you're facing. Blah 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 blah. Applies a debuff that deals 75 DPS and slows by 20%. That's pretty strong, but I don't know if I want to be a flamethrowing guy. Tinker, I don't want to read you. Tiny is a worse support now. Overgrowth now interrupts targets again. It didn't do that. Causes nature's guys to root enemies upon attacking, which for 1 second deals a total of 200 damage. Lasts an extra seconds when attacking near trees. And it's 2 seconds. Troll Warlord, he got buffed here. He has some cool agonyms, and his ulti gives everyone attack speed again, which is pretty cool. The Walrus now targets a direction and kicks the closest enemy. Frozen Sigil! Oh my god, I love this spell. Hello? Oh my god, I love this spell. Read the scepter change for Tinker. Grants Defensive Matrix. Targets an allied unit, applying a barrier to them that blocks the next 200 damage and provides 40% status resistance. Barrier lasts up to 10 seconds or until the damage shield is consumed. And you can refresh this and use it on all your friends. Upgrades your laser into Shrink Ray. causing it to have plus 400 cast range and reduces the enemy model size and current health values by 20%. It can stack. Laser bounces once on the furthest target up to 700 range from the primary target. Shrink Ray. I love being like a technology player. Plus 2 Firestorm wave count. Ooh, I don't like that. Dark Rift cannot be cast on allies. Reduces cast delay by 1 second, cooldown by 50. It can be cast on allies. So you can go to an allied hero. That is pretty fucking cool, but that's a lot of gold. Firestorm can be self-targeted. When used that way, the Firestorm follows you around. Also causes Firestorm to heal you for 50% of the damage values. Huh. Okay, that's not bad. Undying. Decay mana cost increase. Blah blah blah. Reduce. Nerf. Increases decay rates by 100 spawns a zombie around each. Ooh, that's cool. They get zombied. That is pretty dope. Ursa got Omega buff, but I think his shard is horrible. I heard a TZ Baby Rage about it yesterday. Venge, I think, is a buff. You don't get the attack range anymore and some weird stuff. Like, you have higher cast range on stun, it travels faster, it doesn't give attributes or attack range, no longer has an illusion or death mechanic. It increases base attack damage. Upon death, so the Axe is pretty good, as that gives you, it gives you an illu that can also cast stats. That's pretty strong. Wave of Terror now steals 25% of enemy hero base damage and grants it to you as base damage for the debuff duration. That's pretty strong too. Venomancer, more damage on Gale, that's cool. And he has 100 attack range talent, which honestly, Venomancer could maybe be played again with like Dragonlance as like a core type hero. Probably. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but it could be. So that's pretty strong. Causes Venomous Gale to summon 2 Plague Wards when it impacts an enemy hero, and it increases travel distance by 400. That's pretty cool shard. Pretty cool. Netotoxin nerf. Poison attack now also lowers armor by 1.5 per stack. Increases max stack by 2. Wow, so you reduce their armor, you reduce their magic resistance, and you slow them. Whoa, that's pretty strong. Then again, if they're already 5 stack, they're pretty fucked. I heard that Visage is fucking broken, so their projectile speed is better. The familiars attack faster. They have more damage. Grants you the ability Silent as the Grave. Turns you into familiars. Ah, sorry, the scepter is reworked. It turns you and your familiars invisible. You gain more movement speed. You have flying movement. And when you exit invisibility, you deal more damage. So you and your birds just become invis and you can gank. And the shard, it allows you to cast Gravekeeper's Cloak and then it turns you into the stone form. So they can't kill you and you have a bonus stun. That's insane. Void Spirit barely had any difference, like something to the side, and he gained a outer layer to dissimulate, and it deals more damage. Warlock, Weaver. I like the Weaver shard. It's the fact that it causes the swarm to latch onto and reveal invisible units, and it causes a Geminate attack to also launch an extra attack onto other enemies within 1200 range of the attack that have beetles attached to them. That's pretty strong. Power Shot becomes global, but after reaching its default range, it only affects heroes, max 1 hero. Impacted heroes will be killed if they are under 13% health after taking the impact damage. It's pretty fucked up. Winter Wyvern base damage increased by 2, base heal increased, Arctic Burn Scepter mana. Oh my, Arctic Burn. Dude, Winter Wyvern is fucking good now. 2 base damage on this hero is a lot. This heal is a lot. Arctic Burn Scepter mana cost from 30 to 20 is a huge buff. And you gain 25% movement speed. Level 25. Oh my god, I wanna play Winter. When Cold Embrace ends, a Splinter Blast goes off at that location, hitting enemies within 1200 range. You can kill a wave. You can just put... you can just use Cold Embrace and Splinter Blast and the whole wave dies. Witch Doctor is so funny, dude. With his shard, he turns himself into a Death Ward and leaves. It's like phase shift. Congrats on the victory with OG. Thank you, dude. Rave King, I didn't really read it. I don't really want to. Aghanim Shard, though. Causes reincarnation to not have a mana. Costs spawns 3 skeletons to attack each nearby enemy hero when reincarnation is triggered. Are they that good, though? Whatever. Mortal Strike is a passive cooldown critical strike ability. Crits cooldown 4. What the fuck? 4-second cooldown crit? Oh, so. Oh my god, that sounds weird. Thunder God's Wrath mana cost increase. Cooldown increase. Static Fuel can be cast to perform a heavenly jump, shocking the closest visible enemy hero within 200 static field damage to them and reducing. If you were moving forward, you will jump towards it. I feel like every hero that didn't have an escape now has an escape. Item changes are kind of weird. There's like a lot of new items in the game. This Fluffy Hat, Falcon Blade, some upgraded Blightstone, Orb of Venom, Fluffy Hat, Witchblade, some like carry item. It applies a curse that slows and deals your intense damage. This, I have nothing, I don't know anything about this item, so I'm not really gonna look at it. Like, I don't know what the hell this is. It's a Maelstrom Rod of Atos in a recipe, and it's like, it does like so much weird shit, and it ensnares them. Lightning proc. There's so many new items, which is really weird. Like Mage Slayer, it requires Cloak, Blade of Alacrity, Claymore, and 600 gold recipe. It gives you 20% magic resist, 20 agi, plus 20 damage, and causes your attacks to place a minus 35% spell amp debuff on enemy heroes. Like, this sounds so weird. Witchblade, cocaine, Eternal. I feel like this might be the worst item of the patch. Requires Hood of Defiance, Voodoo Mask, and 1100 gold recipe. It grants 8% HP regen, 20% hero spell lifesteal, 4% creep lifesteal. Can be activated to create a shield that absorbs up to 400 magical damage and converts it into mana. I don't know who this is good on. Helm of Dominator upgrade where you can take over Ancients. I don't know if that's good. I feel like the normal Dominator is just a trash item, so that's kind of sad. You have upgraded Blink Daggers that you guys should look into. I don't think they're that good. I don't really think they're that amazing. But yeah. Wind Waker. Requires Yule's Mystic Staff and a recipe. Grants 50 movement speed, 6 mana reach, and 35 int. Extends the Cyclone functionality to allow casting on allies. Just like you can save your allies. You can Yule your teammate. It's good on Leshrac, of course. Yeah, it's pretty good for Lesh. Lens has less mana, Soul Booster is different, Octarine is different, Bloodstone is different. Bloodstone doesn't give you magic resist anymore, it now requires the Voodoo Mask. This one now gives you the Spell Lifesteal. Octarine is built out of Lens, which is pretty interesting. Upgraded Blink is good and late, yeah, of course. But you shouldn't really think about buying it earlier. Echo Saber was buffed, which is nice. Silver Edge no longer needs Echo Saber, which I think is nice because now it doesn't feel like that clunky to buy. You know, it doesn't feel that clunky to buy for range heroes. Ring of Tarrasque has been removed. Heart was upgraded. It doesn't use Tarrasque anymore. The recipe is more expensive, but overall the item is cheaper because you don't need to buy it out of the Ring of Tarrasque. The bonus health is reduced, but the strength is increased by 5. So you lose 50 HP, but you gain 5 damage if you're a strength hero. The HP regen is way higher increase. No longer has out of combat regen. Actually, I don't know if that's good or bad. It's cheaper. Also, you can split Vanguard, which means you could go Vanguard into Hard, which can be good. Holy Locket is buffed, which I think is actually it might be pretty nice now. Requires Fluffy, so it has a better build up. You constantly get charges every 15 seconds. It's the same overall cost, and it provides a HP regen aura, which is kind of nice. Satanic, thank God it no longer has status resistance. I love it. It's cheaper, but it has no more status resistance, so that's amazing. Sanj doesn't stack with the others. Halberd is cheaper, but it has less regen amp and less status resist. Kaya Sanj and Kaya have more status resistance, as you cannot get it from Satanic. Small nerfs to Skadi. What do you know, guys? What do you know? Drum is reworked just like every year. Quality of life change on travels, which sells all your TPs, because when you have travels, it doesn't use any TPs anymore. Mask of Madness, small nerf, I love it. Overwhelm active now also triggers the Bash passive cooldown, which means you cannot just Abyssal Blade, hit them, and at the end of Abyssal Blade proc the Bash. I think only 1.4 seconds after you can proc the Bash, which is great. I don't like the way they nerfed Blade Mail. I think it was only broken on some heroes, but now, you know, Spectre Blade Mail was like broken because of the farming aspect. But now you nerf Blade Mail for every hero that wants to buy a Blade Mail, not only to farm. Axe, Legion, etc., 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 etc. Glimmer Cape. I don't like what they did to Glimmer, and I don't like what they did to Blade Mail. I feel like they should have nerfed both these items in like a different manner, but I guess that's just it. Cooldown reduced on Necro by 10. I like this. And the Archer Warrior has movement speed aura. I like this too, because I think movement speed is really hard to come by nowadays in Dota. Actually, like to help your teammates with it, you know, it it feels weird, you know? Javelin, I don't know, I didn't do the math, I don't know if this is good. Small nerf to Demon Edge, small nerf to MKB, small buff to Maelstrom, which is very necessary. I feel like this item needed a little more than that, like just a little more. Don't you now just buy Necrobook instead of drums on any hero? Nah, I don't really think it's the same. I don't think it's the same. What do you think about new Terrorblade? It looks really strong. That's so small nerf, I like it. So basically the overall damage was removed that heroes can, the damage that heroes have. Rapier, small nerf, which I think is fine. Armlet, small buff,
Hey
which I
man,
think
good
is
job
fine. I don't
standing
know
in
if he needed
yesterday.
it.
Hashtag KheZu Pro 2021.
I hope so, Happy Lurker. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the cute message. I highly appreciate it. Magic resistance reduced by 5. So it's 300 gold cheaper. It gives you 5% less magic resist, but you still have the barrier. That's pretty nice. The cost of pipe is the same as the hood is 300 cheaper. Vlad's now requires a buckler, but it also gives armor aura, which means it is removed from mech. Mech requires chainmail instead of buckler, no longer provides an aura. Mana cost, less mana cost. It needs chainmail instead of buckler, so it's nicer to buy. And it's slightly cheaper, I think. I was signing in for OG yesterday. Guardian Greaves now require a buckler. Are they more expensive overall, the Greaves? I think Greaves are more expensive overall, aren't they? I feel like they should be more expensive. Yeah, I think so. Quelling Blade, small nerf, I like it. Orb of Venom, small nerf. I kinda like it too. Ring of Regen, small nerf, I like it. Sage Mask, small buff, I guess it's fine. And Mango, small nerf, it's fine. They changed Voodoo Mask a little bit. It's a little cheaper and a little worse. So I guess overall the effectiveness is about the same. Maybe it's a small buff in terms of effectiveness. Medallion, I like that it gives more mana regen, but I don't like that the duration, the cooldown is so high. I don't like that. I feel like you have more options if it's lower. You know, I would rather use it more often than use it once and have a high cooldown. Can you talk about how you came to switch? Um, we just swapped, we just played our roles depending on what heroes we had, basically. Spirit Vessel, small buff, Fuel, small nerf, I like it. Vanguard can be disassembled, and I was thinking about it yesterday. What can you disassemble Vanguard into, like, realistically? You could disassemble Vanguard into out of the Vid booster. You could go Vanguard into Vessel, into Vessel and Hood. But I guess you will mainly go. You could split Vanguard into Battle Fury Abyssal Blade. Battle Fury Abyssal Blade, you can split it into Heart for like Centaur. Like if Centaur goes Vanguard, he can split it into Heart of the Rask. But then what do you do with the ring? Yeah, it's weird, but anyway, you can do it, which is kind of cool. You could do Vessel and Lotus Orb. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's okay. Radiance no longer ignores. I love that they did this to Refresher. Why? Maybe it's not enough, but so first of all, the cooldown is lower, which is nice, which means maybe a few more heroes can buy it, and the mana cost is a bit lower. At the end of the day, I think more heroes should be able to use Refresher Orb, and not just like 10 heroes in Dota, right? Uh, Dagon is back to its old self. Claymore, slight nerf to damage, but it's cheaper. Nullifier buff. Shiva. I don't know why Shiva is buffed. I don't know why this is buffed. Actually, Heart is quite a bit cheaper, huh? It's 300 gold cheaper due to the recipe, etc. Never fuck up your bed a few times. Yeah, definitely not. I'm just saying like what you could do. Heart is a lot cheaper. Shiva is more expensive. Butterfly is cheaper. E-Blade is cheaper. Oh no, Thompson. So Heart and E-Blade are cheaper. Huh, like a lot cheaper actually. Not bad. And then we have some new items. It's a lot of weird stuff already. When nuts, I said when OG won with KheZu, so many shitheads. Yeah, of course. People don't like me. That's fine. So you have some new items, health, spell amp, mana cost reduction. I don't know why there's a tier 1 item, which is like a mini blade mail. It doesn't make sense. Shiva not buffed, Shiva is same gold. Oh, because this is 100 more, but the other one... Yeah, got it. Shiva, same cost. Got it. Like, I don't know why there's a tier 1 item that's a mini blade mail. It just makes no sense. I guess carries lost Iron Talon and Poorman Shield, which makes them farm less fast, so you wanted to have like a pseudo farming item, I guess. And I don't know why there's a lifesteal item in tier 1. I feel like this is really dumb. It's actually really stupid. Arcane Ring nerf, Ironwood Tree nerf, I like it. Quicksilver Amulet, attack animation, projectile speed, more movement speed, more attack speed. If any of your abilities are on cooldown, you gain more movement speed and more attack speed. This seems really strong. Bullwhip, 3 HP regen, 3 mana regen. It can be cast on allies to make them faster or enemies to slow them. This seems really strong, to be honest. Like, really fucking strong. Clumsy Net is out. I think it's good. It changed like too many heroes. Suddenly, if you had no stun, you could solo kill people. Klings, Nature's Prophet, Spectre, Manta heroes, etc. Vampire Fang's out. I like it. Nerf. No, buff, nerf. I like it. Elven Tunic. Some weird ass fucking items, once again. Grants attack speed, evasion, movement speed. This seems really strong. There's a lot of movement speed now, actually, that I look at this. This item has to be broken. How's this a tier 3 item? 5 armor, 10 magic resistance, and a fucking radiance? What? What is this? Cloak of GG. Ceremonial Robe, 350 mana. Enemies in 1200 AoE have minus 10 status resistance and minus 10 magic resistance. It's pretty good. Psychic Headband, 12% intelligence and 100 cast range. Activate to push the target enemy 400 distance away from you. Kind of weird, but strong, I guess. Remove Craggy Code, remove Repair Kit, remove Fairy Fire. Telescope move to tier 4. Quickening Charm, small nerf. Penta-Edged Sword provides 45 damage, 80 melee attack range, and 20% chance to maim enemies, reducing their movement speed by 20% and attack speed by 60. That sounds pretty strong. Stormcrafter grants 4 mana regen, zaps an enemy within 700 range of you every 3 seconds, dealing 200 damage and slowing by 40%. Can be activated to heal yourself for 0.75 seconds, has a 25-second cooldown. This item seems very stupid once again, and all these cloaks seem very stupid. 20% evasion, 20% magic resistance, and you become invisible. Like, do you just instantly go invisible even if you're next to a hero? You're like, what up, I'm out? Like, you just have a invis rune that you can just pop like that? Like, it's just dumb. It's just not okay. It's not okay, I broke. Cloak of GG. So, Trickster Cloak, hello. Yeah. Of course, it's instant and it doesn't break. It's better than Ninja Gear. Why would you want Ninja Gear? I don't want to be smoked. I want to have magic resistance, evasion, and fucking go invis. Haha ho ho. Why is it on cooldown? It doesn't even go on cooldown after you take damage. You just go invis. You just straight up go invis in their face. That's actually insane. There are some very broken neutral items. This is insane. These cloaks are fucked up. This cloak is fucked up. This cloak is fucked up. The blade mail is fucked up. Giant's ring is fucked up. 40 strength, 60 movement speed, 60% model size, and you can walk over terrain. When standing on top of an enemy, you deal 100% of your strength per second. That's like 200 damage per second with Centaur. 60 movement speed. You turn bigger than fucking Tombstone. You get 40 strength, which is 800 HP. And you can walk over fucking everything. Book of Shadows. 12 all stats, 400 night vision. That's pretty cool. Target an enemy, ally, or self. Causes the target to become untargetable, but also silenced, muted, and disarmed. So basically they can't do shit. You can save them, or you can use it on an enemy. And they can't do anything. And blink in with Giant's Ring on a Hoodwink, please. Woodland Striders out, Trident out, balance changes, Ballista better. Ex Machina better, okay. Now has an active that reveals a target. I feel like the Seer Stone is pretty cool, this revealing the area. Giant's Ring is really hilarious. Yeah, I heard about it. Force Boots, now a unitary ability, push ring. Book of the Dead. Why don't we just remove Book of the Dead? It's so bad. Mirror Shield nerf, this nerf. Game now. I like that the game now starts at nighttime. I feel like that's so cool. It allows for way more plays before the game starts because not everyone sees you and they're just gonna run away. You see Centos Arc Shard's ability, it's literally a mechanic from fucking Aghanim's Labyrinth. Oh, really? But I think it's really cool. Neutral creeps no longer increase their bounty, so there's less gold in the game by doing that. There's less gold in the game with stacking. Roshan armor growth increase. I don't know how often it works, like how often he does this, but this just means that it's harder to do, which is great. Radiant Angels is harder. Rearrange some items in the shop. Blah blah blah. When combining items, will attempt to be placed into the slot of their component that has the most of the effect. So Magic One will combine on top of where the Magic Stick was. Neutral units balance. Remember that you can take over Ancients and shit, so that matters. So okay, that was kind of a patch review. It's kind of weird. I didn't do it as fast. I tried to do it as fast as I could. I'm gonna be playing some Dota in a couple minutes. I don't really know what we're gonna do or what we're gonna play and how we're gonna do it because this patch seems fucking wild, guys. This patch seems really wild.